Now it's time to start multiplying by one-digit numbers. So when you multiply by one-digit numbers, again, it's nice to take a look at your estimating and see if the answer you're going to get is going to make pretty good sense. So when I look at 705, I would want to round to 700. And then 5, I know you might think we round that up to 10, but again, if we would leave that just where it's at, just let that be. Remember, the further you round, the more you get away from your real answer. So if you can leave it at 5 and you can still do it in those 5 to 10 seconds like I was talking about, that's really the best way to do it, because you get an answer, an estimate that is closer to the real answer. So 7 times 5 would give you 35 with 2 zeros. So that's 3,500. So we should get an answer that's very close to 3,500. I went from 705 and I rounded down to 700. And so I left the 5 right where it is. So I should get an answer that is a little bit, so right here, if I went from 705, that was my real number, and I rounded down to get to 700, my real answer should be a little bit more than 3,500. Okay, so I'll just drag the screen straight down here. If they give it to you horizontally like this, then I would just rearrange it so that it's vertical like this, so you can get to work on it. Just take the 5 times the 5, that's the ones place. So when I do that, I've got my 5, that's 25, and I have to carry my 2 into the tens place. So 5 times 0 now would give me 0, and then I've got a 2 carried over there. And then 5 times 7 is 35. So I get 3,525. And again, I was expecting an answer that was around 3,500. I was expecting it to be a little bit larger than my estimate, and 3,525 is a little bit larger than my estimate. So everything works out really nicely with that. And I'm ready to move on to my next slide. Get to my next slide, now I've got something in the thousands place, but that's no different than what we've been doing. We're just going to continue going place by place, just continuing going and regrouping when we need to. If we get an answer that's larger than 10 in any one of our places, we just carry that on to the next place. So again, they put it in a horizontal fashion, and then I would like it to be in a vertical fashion so that I can do the multiplying. And before we get too far on, we're going to just do a little estimate. 6,925, that's pretty close to 7,000. And again, 4, I'll just let the as a 4. 4 times 7 is 28 with 3 zeros. So I'm expecting an answer that is around 28,000. My real answer is going to be a little bit less than that because I actually rounded up to get to 7,000, so my real answer is going to be a little bit less than 28,000, maybe 27,000 something. So that's what I'm expecting before I even get going on the problem. 5 times 4 then is 20. I have to carry a 2 into the tens place. 4 times 2 is 8, and then I got 2 more. That's 10, so I need to carry a 1 over into the hundreds place. 4 times 9 is 36. I got 37 then. So I need to carry a 3 over into the thousands place. And 4 times 6 is 24. Plus 3 more is 27. So I got 27,700. Looking at my estimate, I was expecting an answer around 28,000, and I was expecting it to be a little bit less than that because I actually rounded up. And so my estimate and my real answer actually line up pretty well. Right? So this is how you multiply one-digit numbers times whatever they give you. First one was in the hundreds place. This one was in the thousands place. You can do the same for numbers in the tens place. So if it goes on to the 10,000s place, you just continue that same pattern that we were using here.